Hello, this is Mark BH70. I'm using this opportunity to prophesy. If God will give me, God, please give me the ability to prophesy. This may be only for myself. People can get a hold of these videos and use them how they wish. I'm safer in God than vacillating. This may be just for myself. It may not get on the internet. It may get on the internet. There's a lot of deception in the world. Satan has a lot of power, lots and lots of power, but that power is dwindling because the time of Christ is coming. I'll say that. I said it in another video. I'll get this on the internet. A lot of what I say, I don't know what I say. I cannot tell you. The picture looks a little funny. A little bit too much light. We are entering a time of the reign of Christ. Let me say that. A lot of our lives, television and movies, especially movies you watch over and over again, it puts you in a cycle. It puts you in a cycle where we are living repeat lives. The life just goes around and around and around, and people think like that. I'm trying to see my finger in there. Around and around and around. The time of Christ is coming. I've asked God that I can prophesy. I haven't done it yet. In this video. Let's turn this thing around. The power out there is Satan's power. Satan is the one who is, now I'm starting to prophesy. I'm starting to get that sense. Satan is the one who has all this control over this earth. We have the barcode. It is 666. The numbers that are not listed under the barcode are the 666, basically. There may be some other numbers that aren't listed, but the 666 isn't listed. It's the first, first or about the first, the middle or about the middle, and the end or about the end. Everything is encapsulated in 666. We already have the mark of the beast. Now I'm starting to prophesy. I didn't know that. Satan has a lot of power, and he can make a Christian think that it isn't the end times when it actually is, or close to the end times. They will be surprised when they see Christ coming. I'm still trying to understand the book of Revelation. I don't understand it. Let me get this thing straightened out. I'm still trying to understand the book of Revelation. I don't understand it. I'm starting to understand parts of it, and it's starting to make a lot of sense. This will be viewed. They can make us see witchcraft. Witchcraft is powerful. It is out there. Mark, let me tell you something. Witchcraft is out there. I'm talking to myself. If I see this again. Witchcraft is out there. It is powerful. Do you know what witchcraft is? Do you know what witchcraft is? Witchcraft, one of the things it says in the interpretation of witchcraft is make appear. That it makes things appear a certain way. There is power in this. I can start to prophesy. It's like I'm just on the brink of prophesying. I could read this. This might help me prophesy. And the dragon stood on the sand of the seashore. Then I saw a beast coming up out of the sea, having 10 horns and 7 heads. And on its horns were 10 diadems, and on its heads were blasphemous names. There is blasphemy in the world. Christ is blasphemed. It's like I'm spiritual, but I'm in the spirit, but I'm not prophesying. It's just barely in the spirit, if that's the word to use. If you start going back to the Bible, they start understanding where you're coming from as Christians. When you start saying there's witchcraft and they can do things just like Bewitched, for people who know the show Bewitched, that is real life stuff, and it's supposed to be entertainment. There is a duplicitous system. I'm still not prophesying. I can't prophesy right now. I asked God for it, but I can't do it yet. Maybe He'll let me do it in this video. There is a God help me with this. There is a reality to the show Bewitched. There is manipulation of speech. They can even manipulate your own speech. So if somebody says something that you've said a lot of times, and they couch it in a certain way, I'm sitting on a couch here, that they can get you to say things that you said before and get you in a rut. Christians are not in a rut. Satan talks about in Daniel how the power of the holy people will be shattered or scattered. I think shattered or scattered, like glass. Think of a glass on the floor or glass on the patio, because I have a patio door here. Glass on the patio door, glass in a car when the windshield breaks. They've shattered our power. That's why we're living in a time that doesn't seem like it's Christian era, and yet everybody says it's Christian error. The word church is in reference to a pagan god. The word church, the very word church, every time you use the word church, you're using the name of a pagan god. Add an E on it and you got the pagan god. Except for you don't pronounce a CH. You pronounce it as a K or a C, depending on your way of pronouncing it. Mark, let me tell you, this world is manipulation. I look at my dinner plates, and there's drawings on my dinner plates. The painting on the dinner plates, they do that all the time. That's standard manufacture. And there is unseen manipulation. The titles of books, as I said, the barcode on books is 666. We cannot buy or sell right now without the mark of the beast. Do you understand that? Mark, do you understand that? If I ever see this again. Do you understand? I probably will. I'm probably going to watch it again right now. You cannot buy or sell without the mark of the beast. Right now. So we're supposed to put a mark on our foreheads. The angels are supposed to put an angel or the angels are supposed to put a marks on our foreheads. Angel or angel, it doesn't matter either way. That's the way it works in the spirit world. It's a coordinated effort. There are two sides. Which side will you be on? I'm still not prophesying. I may not prophesy in this video. Which of course is going to be for the best if I do, and for the best if I don't. There is a lot of satanic manipulation in the world. It is supposed to not be there. It is all over the place. It's all over the place. The reign of Christ is coming. And things are going to be really different. And I don't know what to say as far as how all that will work out. And that's a very broad statement. It's intended to be broader than maybe what it sounds. It's intended to be broader than what it sounds. The time of Christ is coming. I've got 15 minutes, I think, now with the way YouTube works. I don't know if any Christians are seeing this. That may be why I can't prophesy. I've prophesied before, but I don't know if the non-Christians would even acknowledge it. There's a deception. All these people call themselves Christians. They're not. They're going to follow the beast. They're going to worship the dragon. I don't know how stupid that is. Now I'm starting to prophesy. I don't know how stupid that is. Do you realize how stupid that is? Do you realize how stupid it is to worship Satan? Do you realize how stupid that is? You know, they call me stupid. They do, okay? They call me stupid. There is, just like with Paul, someone who could do some kind of fortune telling. I think that's the word the Bible uses, fortune telling. There was a woman that could do the fortune telling, a girl that could do fortune telling. It was a girl that could do fortune telling. And she got much profit for her masters by doing that. They can tell you what you're thinking by the way you move your fingers. If you move your fingers a certain way, if you put your hands like this, if you put your hands like this, it's like that has a certain signal. That's a relaxed position. If you're like this, they know you're upset. There are spiritual ways to know what somebody's thinking. They can figure out what you're thinking in a way. And this could really get me into trouble. That is what the woman did, or the girl did, to Paul. It was Paul and Barnabas. I don't know who it was. It was in the book of Acts. I think it was Paul and somebody else. And Paul turned around and rebuked the demon. The demons know things. I don't know how much they know. They're limited in what they can know, which is really an overstatement if you don't understand. The demons are limited in what they know. I'm going to have to start this and stop this. Okay. The demons know a lot. They can communicate that to people through witchcraft or whatever it is. Just calling up spirits. Saul himself in the Old Testament called up Samuel. They can communicate with the dead. They can find out things because that's what witchcraft is. Do you understand? You can get in trouble for saying that because it's acknowledgement of demons. They call that a problem. They realize that once you start figuring out that it's a spiritual world, there are problems. I know I can use this video machine and it will work for me because God is in control of this now. As I said, I was starting to prophesy and I stopped. It is so stupid to worship Satan. They'll make it look like it's Christ. They'll make it look like it's Christ. They will make Satan turn to an angel of light, just like the Bible says. In appearance, they make him appear like an angel of light. I've seen witchcraft before. It doesn't last very long. It can't last very long. But it's a temporary temptation of Satan. Do you realize how stupid it is to worship the dragon? They worship the Satan. Do you realize how stupid it is? Do you realize, I might just call this spirit to spirit. It's stupid. This is a more spiritual video than I've done. It's stupid to worship Satan. It's stupid. All he does is take from you. And the only way you get from him is taking from other people. I don't know how to explain that. He's a taker. That's all he does is take. He's willing to make the Christians suffer because he takes. They'll worship the dragon. They'll think it's Christ. They'll think that Satan is God, and it's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing. Good is good, and evil is evil. And as long as you can keep those two straight, you know, that's the delusion that's coming in the world. That delusion is now here in the world. It now exists in the world. Let me cut this pretty soon. The delusion in the world is that good is evil and evil is good. You have to have a connection with Christ in order to figure this stuff out. It seems like it'd be simple, but it's not. That is the delusion, that good is evil and evil is good. And it's also the delusion that we are limited in our power and we're not, especially as the age of Christ is coming. The age of Christ, 1,000 years. It's considered a half age. But however you think of it, 1,000 years is a day, it is 1,000 years to God. That's what the Bible says. The deeper you get into Christianity, you have to get deep into Christianity if you're a believer. And you have to get deep into Christianity if you're going to be saved. You cannot have a superficial faith. That will be eliminated. It has to be solid. I'm speaking not from the Bible now. I'm speaking in the Spirit. It doesn't exactly feel like it, but I know I am. Let's see, I've got about a minute until this is 15 minutes. Mark, if this is just for you, then it's just for you. There is going to be a delusion. There is a delusion in the world right now. The Babylon they said was coming is here. We are in it. The world is entirely controlled. The books we read and all that. Let's see how much time I've got. Let me cut this.